Good morning, guys. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's see what we have today. Today is Friday, NFP, NFP day. Let's try to make some money before NFP comes because probably I'm gonna skip NFP. Okay, GJ couldn't continue up yesterday. There was some hopes after breaking this consolidation, but it didn't. So what happened? Came back in the range. Came back in the range again. Can GJ continue down? So first of all, let's go to this chart and let's draw new zones because GJ created some new zones. Not new, but let's see. So first of all, this was the support or resistance that yesterday we were hoping for a retest, but we didn't get it, as you know. So a few hours later, price came all the way down, rejected first time, second time, third time, even though it made some deeper retests. But still, the most important thing is where candles are closed. It doesn't matter where they go, they still came and closed above, which means they couldn't break this zone here. Now, this candle came for retest. This was the breakout candle. This candle came for retest, and as you can see, it's going down. But we are a bit late now for entering. And what should we do? What are the options here? Okay, so the options are, if price does come all the way down here, closes below the support, makes a retest, and then continuation to the downside. So guys, this is the plan for GJ. Since we missed this retest, there is no entry for us because it already got rejected, and as you can see, there is a 10 pip drop. Maybe it's not the move is not done yet, but already moved because the range here it's not that big, it's only 15 pips. So like I said, we will wait for price to come below the support. This is next support for GJ. If it does come close below, we have a break, then we can enter on the retest and can continue all the way down here to the next support. We have another support here and another one here. So first target should be this one, which is 15 pips. Second target, another 15 pips. or 20 pips. Second target is around 20 pips, yeah. We have a total of 35 pips range which we can fill. What if price doesn't go down? It's easy. If we do break this resistance above, a retest and continuation to the upside. Since yesterday it couldn't continue up, maybe today it will, who knows. So we're gonna wait and see. A break above or below. That's what we're gonna wait. The thing is, on the daily we are at a very key level. It can go higher, but daily is a very strong level. It's gonna be hard to break that level. And you can see how it got rejected yesterday. So we'll see. We might get a trade here if we do close above this resistance. Would be perfect. Now let's go to other pairs and let's see what we have. Euro USD. Nothing much. There's no trade for me on Euro USD. Daily still bullish. Wouldn't think about sells here right now. EJ still at this support on the daily. What about lower time frames? Let's take a look. One hour, nothing much happening. 4 hour looks like a break and retest. But the thing is, EJ it's not that clear. First of all, like I said before, we have plenty of candles all closing below this level on the 4 hour. And we have only these two candles that closed above. Now, if we base our trade on this level, we can say that this support here is way stronger than this one. So what are the chances of this being a fake out? There are high chances of being a fake out. But seeing this candle closed so bearish, and now the next one is coming up for a retest, I just don't know if I would be comfortable taking sells while price is coming from another zone. So I don't know, daily plus is at support 1 hour. See, even on the 1 hour you can spot the support immediately. So what's the best thing here? What's the best scenario here? The best would be if price comes and closes below this. That would be a very good confirmation for price to continue down. But entering here, it's a bit risky. It's pretty risky. Because that 4 hour can come even deeper maybe, then drop. Because we have this little next zone here. What do you do for a living? This is what I do for a living. Yeah, so let's wait and see. I think for now, I'm not gonna take anything until I see a good break above the support. Then I would be confident taking a trade here. But for now, let's wait and see. EA like always, very messy and plays too much. EA plays too much. Look at all this consolidation. How do I send charts? Just go do some analysis and copy the chart above you, copy the link and send it to me. So on EA, like always, lots of consolidation. Look at this consolidation on 1 hour. In the first look, you would say, okay, we have a break above and it's coming for a retest. But then you look just above that and see, oh, there's another zone here, and it didn't close above like we would like to. So there are plenty of zones in between EA. Plenty of zones. The best would be just to skip them. Skip them until we get a clean chart. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a look at Aussie Dollar too. It's coming. USD has been consolidating all day long since yesterday. Guess what? It's waiting for NFP. It looks like. Looks like it's waiting for NFP, but this is a good thing because whenever it breaks. Either way, we're gonna have a good move, either to the upside or to the downside. So very nice. If there was no news, this would be a perfect consolidation box. Whenever it breaks, no matter up or down, to the upside or to the downside, it looks perfect. Same thing goes for the downside, but we're closer to the resistance, so we might have a break to the upside, but you know there's plenty of time, so anything can happen. Two weeks ago I took the FTMO challenge and I passed it using only your strategy. Congrats. Congrats, very nice. Gbp Cad broke out of this yesterday, but it was so messy. And the news affected it a bit. We had some fake moves, plenty of candles closing in the middle of that. Okay, so Aussie Dollar can give us a break and retest as a fake out. Okay, I guess you're talking about this. Guess you're talking about this. Let's take a look at the 4 hour first. What's it gonna say? What's the 4 hours gonna say? Yeah, the 4 hour closed just a little below this. It was a weak breakout. So what we can say, I think there's still chances of continuation to the downside. But the first retest was already done, even though small move, only 12 pips, because Aussie Dollar doesn't have big ranges. So what would be the best option here? I think if price comes, let's say if this candle comes all the way down, turns bearish, then a small pullback and continuation to this next zone, I think that would be a good option. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see if it does break below. As long as it stays below this, there's still going to be chances of continuation to the downside. But for us, a bearish close here would be a pretty good sign that price can continue down. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Okay, New Zealand US dollar. What's happening here? Gonna go to the 4 hour because on the 1 hour I'm not seeing clean charts. Too messy. NZD USD. Looks like we have a break and retest to continue up. But can you spot something? The first break and retest already happened. This was during momentum. We had a break above this resistance, a retest and continuation. Then price came from another zone here for another retest, second retest. Can this be a daily retest? Yeah, it can be. This can be a daily retest to continue up. We have the same zone also on the daily, so this can still continue up, maybe fill this range to the upside. But looks like it's all going to depend on NFP today. All these USD pairs. So we'll have to wait and see. Euro NZD. What about this? I have no plans of trading Euro NZD just because it hasn't been the best lately. Looks like we had a break and retest here. What can we do here? Let's see. Let's take a look at the daily. Wow, daily closed pretty bearish yesterday. Big rejection. 4 hour broke this resistance here, made a retest, and now it's going down, but also broke another support here. 4 hour closed bearish. 1 hour also closed below this. I think there's a chance of continuation to this next zone here. If we could enter right here with a stop loss just above this and around 7 pips stop loss, we might survive this. But the thing is, it already got rejected, so see, this is a 15 pip move. It's a 15 pip move. I think we're a bit late here too. The best break and retest is the first one because there's momentum and you can expect a quick move in a matter of minutes, and it can be done pretty fast. So let's see. GJ is pushing. We'll see if we do get a breakout. Gold made another new high last night. It's crazy. Okay, Gbp Cad. Looks like Gbp Cad is also at resistance. We need a break above. There's good potential on Gbp Cad, because if we do break above this, we have a clean traffic all the way up here to fill this range. And Gbp Cad is pretty volatile. It can do that very easy. Okay, let's take a look at this chart now. Since we watched all the pairs and we know what to expect now. Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Wait for price to break above blue line. And the retest as the next 1 hour opens. Okay, looks good, not bad. This support got rejected a few times, so it might work out. Check the 4-hour to see what you have, what you don't have. What's your bias for UJ? Oh, look, UJ, let's see. UJ broke out of this big consolidation box that it took days. It took days to break this. So my bias are bearish here. Technically, this should have gone all the way down and filled this range to the downside. Technically. Now, I don't know what NFP is gonna bring. We'll have to wait and see. Basically, we had this big consolidation box on UJ and it couldn't break either way. Finally, we had a break above this. There was no retest. Price pushed all the way up. What happened then? Then we got rejected from this daily resistance, pretty key level, because you can see how many times price couldn't break this. And when it did break, you can see the move to the upside. When it broke above this, you had the retest, you can see the move to the upside. Now, when price came here, it got rejected all the way down and came back in the range. Made a retest, came all the way down. We had a lot of consolidation, couldn't break. Once we had a break below, you can see it went all the way down to this next support here. Now, after touching this support, we had a huge rejection to the upside, came for a retest of this consolidation box. And we already have 3-4 candles, daily candles, rejecting this resistance. It took too long to break. Now it doesn't make sense to go all the way up again, which means basically what would happen here is continuation to the downside, filling this range, and then maybe make a new low here and continue all the way down. That's what can happen here. This was when the crash happened, but price reversed and went all the way up, but just created a zone, a new zone here for UJ. So that's what I think can happen here on UJ. But with NFP today, I don't know what the result's gonna be, but like I said before, what are we gonna do is we're gonna wait on lower time frames, and whenever which way it breaks, it doesn't matter for us. We will just follow the market. I don't use any fibs or indicators. You can't connect TradingView with Pepperstone because Pepperstone and TradingView doesn't have any deals with each other, so you can't. Only a few brokers are that work on TradingView. So we'll wait and see. We need a close. Like I said on Aussie Dollar, but I have to wait and see how this candle is going to close. If this goes bearish, closes bearish, then a small pullback, and we can catch some sells. But buying Aussie Dollar, I don't know, we'll have to see how the 1 hour close. If this 1 hour close is pretty strong all the way around here, then we get a retest, we might consider buys. We can put our stop just below this candle here and expect continuation, since also the daily is pretty bullish. You can consider it as a daily retest. But let's see. The problem is the previous 4 hour candle is too bearish. Kiwi yen. Who trades that Kiwi yen? Kiwi, or how it's, I don't know how do you spell that. Okay, so let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. It all depends how the candle is gonna close. But like I said, the 4 hours have been a little bit problem because it closed too bearish, and it closed only below this small weak breakout. Let's wait and see. Okay, let's take a look at these charts. Okay, this is Aussie Dollar, waiting for a break to the upside or downside and wait for a retest. You know, this is Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, okay. Yeah, AUD CAD. It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I mean, there's a good range to fill to the upside. Let me take a look here. Okay, looks like we have this resistance here. If we do break that resistance, we have another small one coming up here. You can see how this zone got respected, right? Then we had this breakout here, a retest, and then went all the way down. This looks like the next zone here. So how many pips we have in between? Because if we do break above, we're gonna need a good close above, like 10 pips. And that would mean almost at the next zone, reaching almost the next zone here, which can reject also to the downside. So it's not that clear. If we do break only like 5 pips, let's say, then a retest maybe would make more sense, and we could continue to the upside here for another 15 pips, and then after breaking that, you might get a chance price coming all the way up, filling that range. If you want to trade on TradingView, you need to find brokers that work with TradingView. Owanda is one of them. Can you check my trade on GN? Yes, sir. So GBP NZD 15-minute. Break and retest to a 4-hour level. First of all, I don't trade on lower time frames. So on a 15-minute, I can't say anything. If this would be a 1-hour trade, maybe I would understand it better. I don't know the reason why you entered here on the top, because you can easily become the wick now. If you could enter here, this would be the entry, because this looks like a better break and retest setup. Then you could hold this for longer, but you entered all the way on the top here. That's not a good sign. I guess you didn't wait for a retest. In this case, should have waited for price to come for retest, then enter, and they would have better chances of this. And let's see, you would already be in like 10 pip or 15 pip profit by now. But I don't trade 15-minute. Would be good if you send analysis on the 1 hour. Herman, I know you were waiting for USD CAD to break. Looks like your stop loss was not enough. Yeah, like I said, USD CAD did some weird moves. You can see the big wicks it left. So I guess it's not your fault. In any other day, this would have worked perfectly. Yeah, and it looks like you used a very tight stop loss, only 10 pips. Maybe if you would use 20 pips, you would survive that. A wrong chart. Someone sent a wrong chart. Potential EU entry. Let's take a look. Euro US dollar 30 minute. Okay. Like I said, I don't look lower than 1 hour. So this is on 30 minutes. You have support here. Price closed above before. Now 30 minutes. You're saying if this candle closes bearish below the previous one, potential short entry. Now the 1 hour, if the 30 minute closes below, it means that the 1 hour closed just below this, and it doesn't mean that you have a breakout. On the 1 hour, it's gonna be just a rejection. So the reason I don't use lower time frames is just because they tell me different things. Like, I was using lower time frames too, but I was seeing something different on 1 hour, something different on 30 minutes. So it made me doubt setups a lot. Look, Euro USD is at resistance right now. This was not a valid breakout. Not a valid breakout, but let's see, if this candle closes below, then we might have a chance to continue down, because that would mean price couldn't continue up from this strong resistance, means should continue down. We'll have to wait and see. We have some options. Let's wait. We have 10 minutes left, and we'll see what we can do. Aussie dollar probably dropped. Oh, not yet. Still at the same place. Okay, I forgot to do some analysis on GU. GU hasn't been the best lately. It is too messy. I can say that we are at support on the 1 hour. It makes sense too, because looks like it was a little fake out here on the 1 hour. See how price closed below, didn't continue. It continued down a little, but only a small like 10 pip move to the downside, came back in the range close above, made a retest and continuation. Typical fake out. Yeah, today we have plenty of news today. we have to be careful. What's happening with this? Looks like my FX book's not working. Okay, 7 minutes, we have some Euro news. 36 minutes. Looks like the GBP news are not high impact, so nothing to worry about. And here we have non-farm payrolls. Looks like everybody's selling Euro USD. All moving averages are saying sells. Okay, we'll see. Now we have CAD news too. And this is the news I like for CAD to trade. Okay, so as I was saying, usually I like to trade CAD news because CAD news move only in one direction most of the time. And I use pending orders. And so today we have NFP and also CAD news. So what I do is I trade USD CAD because USD CAD works most of the time the best from all other pairs, and it's affected by both news, NFP and also CAD news, so it can move a lot. And like I said, most of the time it's only gonna move in one direction. So we'll have to wait and see today. Maybe I'll use pendings for USD CAD. We'll see what happens. Okay, so Aussie Dollar looks like it's rejecting. We have 4 minutes left. I only want this 1 hour candle to close bearish and we're good. For a 1 hour, it's about to close bearish. Yeah, it's kind of a 4 hour break and retest on Euro USD too. But we'll wait for this 1 hour to give us the last confirmation. GJ breaking down. Okay. GJ's coming down too. Let's wait and see. Looks good. If it does close like this, can enter on the retest. Also got rejected from this zone here, from this resistance too. Nice drop. 3 minutes left. I hope it doesn't go without making a retest. That's all we ask from GJ. Okay, let's see. The only thing we don't want here is a small breakout, a weak breakout, because that would hold us a bit, would hold us back a bit. Oh wow, what was that? Okay, let's check the 4 hour. Okay, I'm taking a sell on GJ, but it's gonna be a very small risk because the breakout is very weak. The breakout is very weak. Let me see how much. Okay, 13 pip stop loss, just above the previous wick. Let's see, only the beginning of the candle. Oh my god, what was that? What was that? Wow. I didn't even enter all of my positions, and Yeah, I got stopped out for this. Okay, so this was a quick loss. Didn't expect this. I didn't expect this at all. The thing is, this happened before with GBP USD. As you can remember, then we caught a 60 pip move. And I think it's going to do the same thing again. I think it's going to do the same thing again. It's going to reject all the way down. If it does, I'm going to enter again. Let's wait and see. Because this move, I don't know what made this big move here. Maybe just only the volume came in. But let's see. I think the same thing is gonna happen with GJ, just like it happened on GU the other time that we took a trade. Then we entered on the second time on the same price. So we'll see if this comes all the way down here. I'm gonna enter again. I think this push was only a fake move. Yeah, the volume came from London session open, like it happened before. I think it's gonna be just a fake move, and it's still gonna continue down. But if this comes all the way down again, it's gonna go pretty fast all the way down to this next support here. I'm gonna wait for it. I still trust this setup. Well, let's see. There's resistance here. What happened with Aussie Dollar? Closed below but still pushed up. Euro USD. Okay, doing the same. Euro USD doing the same. Yeah, I want to take some sells here too, but it looks like I'm gonna have the moves all the opposite way. Why would you take a trade on London Open? Because I got an opportunity. Why does that matter? So yeah, EU is good for sells, to be honest, but I don't know. I'm just still trying to decide what to do. I want to wait for GJ to calm down, because I'll try sells one more time. If it does drop, because I've seen this happening before. The volume came in from London Open. Let's wait and see. It's only the beginning of a candle, so it's plenty of time for it to move. You never know which direction is going to push first. Well, of course you don't know, but we're not doing this the first time. Let's see. Now I don't trust EU either, even though the 4 hours is still below this support, and the previous one was pretty bearish. 1 hour is coming all the way up from London Open, big push. So I don't trust this that much. Actually, I don't trust anything today because of NFP. What happened with EJ? Looks like EJ just got rejected and then nothing happened. We were waiting for a break of this support. Unless we have a break there, there's no trade. What if EU breaks above? That can be an option too. We can also take sells here with 5 pips stop loss just above the previous candle. That can be an option too. The thing is, when you see what happened before, look at all these candles. We have 9 1-hour candles rejecting this zone. You don't expect price now just to break that easy without having some problems, even though it had some problems breaking up and it got rejected. So what we can say here is that price already made the first retest, and this can be the second one. So wait and see. GJ is coming down. We'll see. Okay, time for GJ to take it again. Time to take GJ again. I'm gonna take an entry here. I'm gonna wait for a little push. Okay. Okay, so I am on GJ sells again. Stop loss is below the current wick. Above, sorry. Gonna try this again. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Second try on GJ. Once this goes bearish, all the way to the next zone. That's what I expect here. We had this breakout, the retest came a lot deeper because of the volume that kicked in on the London session, from the London session open. So still gonna expect a bearish move on GJ here. Let's see, fill in this wick on the left or this next support. It's gonna be my target. I waited for price to reject. I could have entered here, but I was waiting for this confirmation from this. I was waiting for this rejection that happened here. And as I expected, it did. Now while it came here, I think we're good to take sells, and this should continue down to this next zone here. Yeah, of course. Today is a low risk day. It's a low risk day, NFP. No need to risk that much. Let's wait to see. If I get stopped again, then I'm probably not going to take any other trades, because it doesn't really happen to me to take two losses in a row. But if it does, then I don't think I'm going to take any other trades. Third target, look, this is the first target. First target is to make the loss back, which was 12 pips. Second target is 20 pips. First target is first a 10 pip move, 12 pip move. Then this next support here. Third target is all the way down here at 138 maybe. That can be as an extended target. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, because we're not safe yet. This time the same, 12-13 pips stop loss, because it's almost the same entry as the first one. So wait and see. Yeah, we'll see. Look, once GJ goes bearish, then it's done. Game over for GJ once it goes bearish. Well, let's wait and see if it's gonna do that. EU, look, EU, not very safe right now. Looks like the best thing is to wait for this candle to close now. If it does close above, then you have a good setup. Since it rejected 2 times before, but still you don't know, there's plenty of time to the next hour candle. It can reject all the way down, who knows. So that's why we need to wait. And we need to see how this GJ is going to play out. Or we'll see if our theory is going to be confirmed. See, first minute of London Open was like an explosion. Now everything went quiet. Moving very slow. What can be some signs here to exit the trade, let's say? If our stop loss doesn't get hit on this hour, then there's no reason to close, because I entered, not we, because maybe some of you guys didn't enter this. I entered after it got rejected, because I've seen this happening a lot of times after a break happens before London Open, and on London Open you get a very big retrace or pullback. Then price comes all the way down again and continue in that way. I've seen it happening. I've traded it with you guys too here. So I just waited for the rejection, because this could go all the way up and break this, but we had this resistance here. First we had this breakout. Then only that push. I know it happens most of the time, and I was still confident that this is gonna continue down. That's why I took sells again, second try. But if price stays like this, or if price just closes above this, then that's going to be a sign to close this trade. If it stays like this for the next hour, until the next hour comes to open, so that could be one of the signs. But as long as it stays below, there's no reason, or as long as it doesn't hit your stop loss, there's no reason to close. So wait and see what happens. And a good sign for us would be this candle to turn bearish. Then I think we'd have a quick move to fill this wick on the left here. That would be a great sign. This candle turning bearish. Maybe it's waiting for a big move in NFP. Maybe it's ranging for a big move for NFP. Well, NFP doesn't really affect GJ directly, so. But it moves a bit on NFP too. It moves a bit. It does some. Spread definitely goes higher when an NFP comes on most pairs. Well, let's see. See, it's very close now. We need this to go bearish and quick push to the downside. Yeah, Alex, GJ has no bottom wick. Which means needs to make a lower a bottom wick, needs to push bearish at least to fill this previous wick. The candles without a bottom wick or without a top wick to me have a meaning that there is a strong momentum. That's what it means to me. And where's a strong momentum, price is gonna close pretty strong without leaving a top wick or a bottom wick, and then the next candle comes for retest, and then it's just like a double confirmation that price now should go above or below that previous candle that left no top wick or no bottom wick. It's just based on my experience, but a lot of people have different options for these kind of candles. Candle closes. Waiting and waiting. Patience pays. Let's see. GJ is almost turning bearish. We just need a little drop here and game over. Okay, we have a chart here. Let's take a look while we wait. This chart says suck EJ. EJ sucks. I didn't see this. It says that EJ sucks sometimes. Sometimes it's good. AUD USD waiting for a retest to take buy. Okay, good idea, but why here? Because this is the level. So if this candle closes like that, you wait for a retest here and take buys. Stop loss should be around here. Only that problem. I don't know why waiting for to enter here, because this is the right level, I think, based on what I saw before. Okay, let's go GJ. Finally we have turned bearish. Let's see, quick move to the downside, give us some quick pips, and we are done. Let's see, now we went bearish. Now we need another push to the downside. Let's see if we're gonna get that or not. Needs to fill this previous wick at least, which will give us 10 pips. make that loss back, then some more continuation to the downside to give us some more profits. Nice. Game over for DJ. Game over for DJ. Let's go, DJ. Another push. Okay, so now GJ turned bearish, right? Just like we expected. And once it filled this wick, we might see some rejection again to the upside. So try to take some profits at 10 pips. Because it might come up again, then maybe push down again too. But once it fills the wick, there can be some chance that it might reject to the upside again, then after still continue down. Okay, so I got 10 pips right now. Perfect, GJ. I'm securing some at 10 pips to make my loss back, and I'm gonna leave some to run. Let's see. Which means when I say I'm gonna leave some run, means that stop loss is gonna be at break even. But this can give us a lot more. This can give us a lot more than only 10 pips. Okay, so our theory is confirmed now. Our theory is confirmed. Come on, GJ, another push, another push. We need to come all the way back down here to fill this range because there's no traffic on the left, basically. I mean, there's no reason price to go up now. Okay, very nice. Let's go. We might have that big candle all the way down here. That can be a possibility, coming all the way down here. You never know, so be cautious. Big drop coming. Okay, very nice. We have 11 pips. Still needs to push more than this. But like I said, we might have that rejection. Protect your profits better. I find it quite frustrating taking 10 pips on GBP JPY because my spread is about 4 pips. Why is your spread that big? Maybe you have to change the broker, because the spread should be pretty low on GJ for scalpers. They should be pretty small spreads. We need that. Okay, we'll see now what happens. Still expecting another push to the downside here on GJ. See, GJ it's rejecting a bit like expected. But still there's more room to go down. There's more room, of course. If this candle would close bearish, then definitely the next one would melt all the way down. Junior Legend, welcome back. Friday payday, yeah. Friday is payday, and it can also take your money, so you have to be careful on Friday. Fridays or can't say the best days or the worst days, but as long as you use good risk, then you know you don't have to worry about anything. Whatever day it is, when you use risk, it's not gonna affect you. Take a look what happened with EU. See, EU got rejected all the way down too. And that push was only a trap from the London Open. It was only a trap for us. But we didn't back down. We came and entered again. Why? Because we're confident when we take a trade. And we know that something was not right when we got stopped like that. Any broker suggestions for me to join? Well, for myself, I use Pepperstone for now. It's pretty good. Yeah, plenty of good brokers right now at this time. So pick and choose. Do some research, look which one gives you better spreads, better conditions, and go with them. Of course, if they have your country on the list. Erman, what was the broker's name that ran with all client money? No, I don't trade as a private person. I have a company. No. JP Markets leaked emails? No, what was that? I know that JP Markets has scammed a lot of people. That's what I know and that's what I saw, but emails, I don't see any emails. Yeah, look, I don't trust these kind of brokers that are local, you know. They always do something like this. You have confirmed, or you have a lot of good brokers that are confirmed and trusted brokers for many years. Can't use a new broker that just in the game without seeing some, you know, some proof that they pay clients, they do everything good. Yeah, Herman, don't if you use the bank, I don't think it's a good idea because they probably take a lot of commissions and spread is too bad. Because one of the banks here in my country also offers that, but they have also a minimum of like 10k for investing. Without 10k you can't even trade, so that's the worst thing. I don't prefer to use banks. There are plenty of brokers that give you good conditions. What are the benefits of trading as a company? Not much difference. I just opened a company because I had a lot of money in my account, and with a private account there are limitations, so I needed to open a company so I don't have any limitations. Skrill is reliable for bigger transactions. I use Skrill for 4 years. Never had a problem. I did different transactions. It is all good. So yeah, we'll wait and see. GJ rejecting a bit. Needs to stay here, not close our runners. If it does, then I'm done with this trade. But let's see. There's still time. We have 20 minutes on left for the next candle. If this stays like this and closes bearish, next one should push down more. So let's wait and see. Samuel, if you are new here, not a very good idea because you're probably not gonna know what are we doing and you need to know the basics. So I'm gonna give you a link here. Go to this link and you can teach, you can learn the basics of the Forex. Okay, so I got stopped at break even on GJ. Done with this. Looks like it didn't want to continue more, but we got what we wanted. Can still continue because there's still time, but there's no reason to take the risk holding, because it already made the move that we expected. So now we'll wait and see. Let's wait and see if we can get a setup, another setup here. Okay, EJ still at the same place. Still at the same place. See the 4 hour came pretty deep for that retest. We might see a drop based on the 4 hour, but the daily doesn't make you do that. Only the daily is holding me back. You see, we're still at this daily support. This can't go all the way up based on the daily. UJ at the same place, no movement at all. What about GCAD? GCAD looks like we have a small zone here. If we do break that, we have a clean range, clean traffic to go all the way down here, which is a 25 pip range, or a break above, which didn't happen obviously. We got rejected, and this is a move of 35, almost 40 pip move to the downside. So couldn't break, got rejected from resistance. Now we can wait for this minor zone to break. So wait and see. GJ, if GJ melts, then it's gonna be my fault of not letting one position at least. Euro NZD looks like it closed above and pushed a lot, just like all the other pairs. See, I think the best would be to sell NZD USD. The best. And we have a break and retest on the 1 hour of this 4 hour zone. Why not trying it? Let me see how much want to take some sells on NZD USD. I will take some. Took some sells on NZD USD. Gonna use a 7 pip stop loss. I'm not using a bigger stop loss because there's no need. I think once it goes above this level here, then there's no reason for this to hold. There's no reason. That's why I'm just putting my stop just above this zone here. And one of the reasons to close this would be if it does close above this. If it does close above this, one of the reasons to close the trade before going higher. So stop loss is above this wick here. 7 pips for our entry. Reason for taking this trade: breakout and retest, and expecting continuation to the downside. GJ again? No, I'm done with GJ. I'm done with GJ. Now I'm with NZD USD. This NZD USD trade is going to be valid until NFP comes. Before NFP, we have to be out of this. So we'll see if it's going to move before NFP. Give us at least 10-20 pips. Good target would be to come all the way down to this next zone, but we have some zones in between. In between, and there are some of them. Putting these lines just where I see rejections, where price got rejected a few times. So here we got some rejections, then we had this close, then this like a retest, and we have plenty of rejection at this level too, and then this one. So first target, second, third target, but we'll see if it's gonna work out before NFP comes, even though it's probably gonna range until then, but who knows. I'm gonna try it. In GJ, how did you make 10 pips and it was break even? Do you open 2 trades? Yeah, so let's say I'm entering GJ, right? So it doesn't matter how many positions you open. It matters what the risk you're using. Now you can use a 1% risk, and you can split a one lot size to 10 positions of 0.10. So let's say I opened 10 positions, and when I got 10 pips, I closed 8, I left 2 run with stop loss at break even. So let's see, NZD/USD is starting to reject. GJ, it's melting. Yeah, very nice. Very nice GJ. Let's see how far it's gonna go, because this next support seems very easy. easy target for GJ. But we're done with it. We made some pips, so we'll wait and see. NZD/USD at 4-hour support. Yes, I know. We are at 4-hour support, but on the 1 hour we closed below this 4-hour support. That's my reason. The 1 hour you see right now closed, the previous one closed below that level. Let's see. Until now, there's good signs. It already got rejected. That's a good sign that price can continue lower. GJ perfect, just like we expected. This was all a fake move. So this is second time that it's happening in a live session with me, and both times we made the loss back in the same setup. What does this tell you? When you enter the same trade on the same setup for the second time, confidence, right? How does that come? By experience, because I've seen this happening a lot of times. We'll see how many pips NZD/USD is going to give us. It hasn't moved that much. Only 3 pips, that's nothing. This needs to go bearish, then make another push until here, which is a 10 pip range. Then we can close some. See, whenever I close before 10 pips, before 20 pips, because 20 pips is basically my first target always, but it all depends what we have on left. So you can't ignore zones that price is reaching to say, oh, I'm not gonna secure anything at 10 pips because it's gonna break. You don't know if it's gonna break that zone or not. So what you do, you close some, you secure some profits, because the chances of a price rejecting that zone are there, are higher. And when price comes here, we have to secure 10 pips and move our stop to break even, because price can reject just like it rejected before. If it doesn't, then it's going to give you some more pips until the next zone for your runners. It's your choice if you can hold 50% or 20% or 30%. That's all up to you. Nice, Jordan. Very nice. Yeah, GJ, pretty nice. If it does close like this, there's still chances of continuation, but we have to remember that we are at support. So entering sells here, it's going to be risky because we are getting rejected from another zone. So anyone who wants to take sells, I wouldn't suggest that. I'm not ignoring the 4-hour support. I just explained it like 2 minutes ago. This 1-hour candle, this 1-hour bearish candle here, closed below the 4-hour support. So there's a break on the 1 hour. Below that. So now just gonna wait and see what happens. Not expecting big moves on USD pairs or pairs that are related to USD because the NFP is coming, so not much to expect until then. Okay, just gonna go to get some water and I'll be back. We'll see what we have, what we don't have. Okay, boom. What a move. Wow, this was fast. How did this happen? Very, very nice. Let's see. We need a bigger push, another 3-4 pips. And we do have 10 pips. Very nice drop on NSD/USD and ZD/USD. Very nice. Yeah, it was a surprise. When I came back, boom, huge drop. Okay. Almost there, just a little more. Very nice, very nice. It was a good trade. Still needs to go down. We need at least 10 pips. Now we are currently at 7.58 pips. We need another 2 pips. We get 10 in total. Then we reach this next support where we can secure some and keep some running. Very nice. Okay. Gonna secure some here because on some positions I have 8 pips, some positions I have 9 pips. These that I have 10, I'm gonna secure and I'm gonna leave some run. Yeah, it's almost done. It's almost there. It is almost there. See, now we can expect rejections from here, so be careful. Stop loss in, profit now. Everything is secured. What about this GA trade? Okay. Zan. Waiting for a break and retest to continue down. It can be good, but GA is too volatile for me. And don't have any plans on GA to trade GA. Even though it's already happened. The retest. I don't know. It can continue down. Why not? Let me check the other time frames. 4 hour. 4 hours is pretty much the same. We don't have much traffic on the left, so yeah, it should continue down. I don't see any reasons why not. But I'm not gonna take it because I don't trust GA. And the previous candle was pretty bearish. This one should continue too. GJ? What happened with GJ? Okay, we had another retest on GJ. And all the way down. NZD USD got rejected for a little bit. Yeah, it was a good trade. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to go now a little bit earlier than usual, but I have some stuff to do. and have a nice day. See you next week. Have a very nice day. So be careful today for NFP, because it's going to be a lot of volatility, a lot of movement, and take care. Use good risk management. We'll see you soon on Monday. Thank you everyone for participating. Have a nice day. Have a great weekend. Thank you all.